and welcome to another episode of Ant Eats Crisps. Well, you're joining us on day, I don't know, I've lost count of days. I mean, I lost count of days before, but I've really lost count of them now. But let's just say that it's probably the record profits year for Andrex since the fappening of 2014. They must be raking it in, bastards. Anyway, solo episode today, but I do have some leftover Monster Munch. So these will be slightly stale. We'll be eating those in a second. I decided today, as I'm on my own because I'm not feeling well, to do you... Look at the way I move around. It's got all the grace of your normal YouTuber, hasn't it? I don't know where to look. I need a little, like they do with when they were filming Jar Jar Binks. I need a ball on a stick that I can stare at. Is that good? Do I look okay? Should I be looking lower? It's hard to tell. Anyway, I thought I'd give you some of my quarantine special horoscopes. There's going to be half a dozen today and half a dozen later in the week, and then hopefully back to having a couple of guests on in the next few days. So if you wanted to know what the stars, the sky gods, the magic people that live in the clouds have to say about you based on which of the 12 months you were born in, because, you know, every time one of you posts some fucking horoscope shit, oh, classic Gemini, I can't understand how you're sane, rational people. But, you know, we've all got to get by. So anyway, we'll start with Cancer, because they've got a low profile at the moment. You will be asked to do an Instagram chat show. Say no. It's a colossal waste of your valuable time. If you do decide to do it, take the opportunity to give yourself a fake middle name. Just drop it in casually. It will drive the Wikipedia conspiracy theorist nuts one day when it's listed as a cited source. Your lucky quarantine stockpile item is the third page from every book on your best friend's bookshelf. Your breast friend? We'll leave that in. We're not exactly going to piss around with outtakes. If you're a Cancer and you've got a breast friend, get onto their bookshelf. Taurus. Okay, you're feeling the pressure. I get it. Every single one of your friends has created some form of hashtag challenge and you're feeling left out. I mean, even the office temp came up with something. Meanwhile, you're not even in the 3 friends they tagged to get involved at the start. Sure, it eventually gets around to you, but it's time to ask yourself, are you even in the main WhatsApp group anymore? Go big or go home, or stay home. The time has come for the 14 green bean sunscreen smokescreen quarantine challenge. Announce it now, we'll work out the details later. Your quarantine stockpile item is the single child's gloves you see on railings every so often. Who else? I really struggle to work out what the star signs are, by the way. This is always a problem for me. Every time I do this, I have to Google what all 12 of them are, and then I sit there and go, I've got 11, which one am I missing? I never fucking know. Sagittarius. Have you seen what Karen's wearing to work? From home. Everyone's Skyping in. You're putting a post-it note over the webcam claiming it's broken because you got bits of custard cream biscuits smushed into the shirt they definitely saw you wear yesterday. You do you. Fuck Karen. This is the end of days. You're doing great just putting on trousers with one small hole in them. Your lucky quarantine stockpile item is first edition copies of Jared from Subway's memoir. What else shall we do? Let's have a look. Capricorn. Have you ever felt like this? When strange things happen and you're going round the twist, you're going to have that stuck in your head all day now. You're welcome. Your lucky quarantine stockpile item is as many broken Freeview boxes you can get your hands on. New currency after all this, you mark my words. Pisces. What's up? Your partner says as you toss and turn. Oh, nothing, you reply. Just the state of the world right now, you know? But you can't tell them what's really keeping you awake at night. You can't tell them that you left a yoghurt in your desk drawer at work before everyone was sent home. It's only been 3 days, but the smell will already be overpowering. By the time this is over, that yoghurt could have become sentient. It could replace you at work. Your job can be done by 6-month-old yoghurt. I have nothing to say to help you rest any easier, it's probably true. Your lucky quarantine stockpile item is a selection of postcards from towns with slightly rude names. Should we do one more? Because I don't know how many that was, and again, this is not a professional outfit. Shall I eat a crisp? That is part of the show, isn't it? Before we do that, let's eat a day-old Monster Munch. This is where we're at already now. Places are running out of crisps. The idea of a show based on things you can eat when all the shops are sold out and everything not my best work. Anyway. Still good though. Great television. In case you missed it yesterday, we did discuss that for years that we thought there's a cat now. Dave's joining him. He thinks they're for him. For years, I'm trying to do TV here. We discussed yesterday that for years we thought these were monster claws, but it was sort of revealed on the internet that they could be monsters with arms and legs. Now that is a fucking game changer, isn't it? Really. Right. What did I say? Scorpio. Can you believe there's a share to Facebook button on Pornhub? Who's doing that? Who's just finishing up and thinks, I bet Auntie Susan would quite like big-titted quarantine patients. I'll let her know it's on there. Who'd push that button? Who? Probably an accident, wasn't it? Maybe go check your Facebook? Yeah. Your lucky quarantine stockpile item is bits of chewing gum you've moulded to look like late night talk show hosts. Might have to edit that one. That was fucking abysmal. Fuck it, who cares? Who's watching this, really? Your lucky quarantine stockpile item is bits of chewing gum you've moulded to look like late night talk show hosts. There you go. I've done a second bit. Now, what they call that in the game is a retake, I believe, or an edit point, or something. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go along. I think that's all that I've got for you for today. Let's have a look. Yeah, we'll save the rest for later on in the week. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying safe. Remember, wash your hands. Don't talk to anyone. Try not to kill anyone by coughing on them. If you do have children, just lock them in a cupboard. We'll deal with them when this is all finished. Have I done wash your hands? Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much the health advice I saw from the main people in charge. Who the fuck are they? Thank you for joining me. Hopefully, as I say, tomorrow we'll have a guest on. We'll have more horoscopes later in the week. Got a great game show coming up with Lara later in the week where I get them to guess where football teams are based when I realised that she thought Everton played in London. So we're going to have some fun with that. Loads of ideas, but a lot of this comes down to how well I'm feeling mentally. And this has been a good 7.5 minute distraction for me. And I will now go back to obsessing about how we're all going to die. Probably not going to die. That's probably not the tone to end this with. Fuck it. You know the risks. Wash your hands.